Good day, this is Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. I'd like to go over this VA foreclosure property. Just came on the listing a few days ago, December the 30th. And before I give you more details, this property is located in a very desirable location in St. Augustine, Florida. So uh, I'm going to go over the rental market situation. So this is obviously a very critical due diligence and research that I have done. Of course, you guys need to trust and verify, but my criteria is such that I will look at the subject property and provide a 5 mile radius in the neighborhood and to determine the rental market. So the result of this particular information shows me that there are 58 homes of within a 5 mile radius, 3 bedroom rentals. And let's look at the rental, the gross monthly rent in the most current one. So it appears that this property is 1,600 square foot. So property very close by is renting for 1,750. Of course, we do not know the quality of the neighborhood homes or what year they were built or in what stage of the rehab, the quality. There's a lot of factors we do not know. But again, this is just an initial evaluation. So another property, similar square footage is 1,800. So I would so if you so to make the long story short, on this particular rent-o-meter analysis, so I'm comfortable with around 1,800 to 1,900 monthly gross rent. So this initial historical rental number in this neighborhood is gives me some very good feeling about it. All right, so get this out of the way. So let's go over the property itself. Uh, so anyway, sorry for the. So let's go over this property. So this is very rare indeed. Maybe I don't know, like once a month or several times as I look at the VA foreclosure listings. I look at it every day, and of course, I disqualify. I eliminate the majority. I would say 95% of the VA foreclosures, even though because they, for whatever reason, is not does not meet my criteria. If it does not meet my criteria, it's not going to meet your criteria. So you have to make the assumption that whenever I'm doing a proposal of this sort, you have to assume that uh, this is a good purchase. Okay, with 5% down, I'm talking about. All right, this property is located at St. Augustine. It's listed at 212,000, 3 bedroom, 3 bath, 1,612 square foot. Let's go over the location. Okay, I'm just going to go over the map. Why St. Augustine is such a desirable area, and is halfway between Jacksonville to the north of Orlando. So I would say uh, this property is located, like I said, like perhaps you can see. Let me show some more. So Jacksonville is right up there. Jacksonville may be like 45 minutes north of St. Augustine. St. Augustine is located in the Atlantic coast by the beach. And the Central Florida, Orlando Metro is to the south, an hour to the south. All right, so I know the area very well. I know the general from a high level, that is. So anyway, so again, we've been promoting, myself and my network realtor, Gene Gillum, has been promoting Florida for the past 15 years. So we know the growth, we know the market in Florida, and St. Augustine is a prime location. Okay, so all right, let's proceed. And let's go over the some of the description. The VA listing agent says multiple offer situation. Yes, it is. Multiple offer situation. Need the highest and best offer no later than this coming Monday, 6th January, 9 a.m. So It's a great location due to shopping, restaurants, and the beach. Located at the end of the cul-de-sac, offering privacy, and it's built very recently. So anyway, very, very desirable location. All right, so let's go over the property itself. I mean, this is a Zillow, right? You can access. You just type on the address. You can. Let's briefly go over the exterior and interior of this great property. There are 38 pictures, and so I don't know the estimated repairs cosmetically. Hopefully, my assumption that I put in is 5,000. Could be more. Could be 10 grand. So you have to decide whether the actual rehab cost that as a buyer that you will have to pay after your offer is even get accepted. You have to determine. But via foreclosure property, typically even the quality of such as this one is typically 10 to 20% below neighborhood comps of similar properties. So you get tremendous amount of value in addition to positive cash flow at 5% down, which I will show you the pro forma momentarily. So let's go over the picture. So this is the kitchen. It's a little bit dated, but as a rental property, you don't have to do a precise cosmetic rehab as opposed to a potential buyer who are occupant. They would probably spend more money to rehab the property for their specification. However, as a rental property, I think you should just make it turnkey, do some bare minimal rehab to make a rentable situation. That's all you need. All right, so let's proceed. Everything looks, we assume the foundation looks good. There are no electrical system issues, no foundation issues because this property is built in 2007. So the visual picture by no means will provide most of your comfort level, but the inspection report will ultimately determine whether you're going to accept this property or not after you pay for the inspection if your offer is accepted. And I'm making a lot of conditions here, but you can back out anytime you want. But even if the rehab is 10, 15 grand, with the addition of the 5% down payment, you might still seriously consider pursue with this purchase if your offer is accepted because of the undervalue of the property as it is. Okay, so we'll talk about that. All right, let's continue with the interior. Everything looks good, very clean. The kitchen is very large. Some of you may not like the color, not the newest, like I said, appliances, but it's good enough, right? It's a beachy color, so it's a few miles from the beach. That's a tremendous location desirability. Living room is very large. You may have to clean. Luckily, there's no rug, right? So you don't have to replace the rug. So just do some cleaning of the floor. That's it. So a lot of people like a living room without any rugs. So that's a good sign. So very, very cosmetic. But it's a fairly large home, 1,600 square foot, not that large. Not okay. So this upstairs looks very good. There's no rug, so that's good. I think hard to say. Looks very clean. Looks very bright. Sun shining in, which is important. This may be a rug in one of the bedroom you might have to replace, but all cosmetic, hopefully. All right, so this is the upstairs, 3-bedroom with nice clean bathroom. All right, and the fan. So everything's in a nice, this is a wash and dry room, quite nice. And there's a backyard. No, not real large, but very functional. And so everything looks good. All right, so let's go down. Let me see what other features we need to look at. Like I said, built in 2007, so it's relatively new. Good value for the price. This area projection into the future will be very, very desirable because of the very close to the beach. Is a very accessible to Jacksonville, Florida to the north, and Central Florida, Orlando Metro to the southwest. So, and all the surrounding little cities within the 100-mile radius, which is everywhere is growing tremendously in this area of Florida for indefinite periods of time. All right, so let me see what else we need to talk about. The taxes are very reasonable, less than 1%, as you can see, right? Home insurance, some of you are wondering about the home insurance being located close to the ocean, but I would not make that a major concern, given that the $74 per month insurance are very reasonable, even including hurricane insurance, so that should be good. I have to assume this property, since it's built in 2007, has met all the safety requirement with respect to any kind of adverse weather conditions. HOA is a measly $55 a month. It will cover some landscaping here and there, so nothing major. Rental value is $1,875. Projection, who knows? And the school rating from a scale 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, is pretty nice. Elementary school is 8 out of 10 rating. Middle school is junior high is 5 out of 10, and high school is 6 out of 10. So I would say that the school district is, in terms of my alphabetical rating, would be a B or even a B plus a little bit. So another great benefit, another good value add. This is a good market, projected to increase in appreciation slightly. But at the end of the day, another comparable you need to look at, similar homes close by. I can give you just a mere one comparison. This property, similar square footage. We don't know any other characteristics, but a neighboring home is selling for $275K, and this list price is $212. Obviously, you're not going to bid at $212. You have to bid slightly above, because we anticipate maybe 5 to 10 other multiple offer scenario due Monday. So this property, to be honest, is prioritized for several of my VA buyers, for my network who has already paid my fee, who already have their 5% down Vendee VA loan financing already in place. They can pull the trigger fairly quickly. And the rest of you on my database that have not spoken to me, and we have to say this is too late for you, because even if you contact me this coming Monday on the 6th January, I mean, you have to pay my fee, then you have to go through several days of pre-qualification. By that time, this VA property, the offer will be closed. But at the same time, now you know from time to time, the value add in such a good location is mind-boggling. And this property, I know you heard me before, many of the property that I'm presenting are located very close to military installation. Obviously, this one is not. This one located in the somewhere else. So it's not that the tenants are potentially high quality tenant, very rentable, who have the ability to pay you $1,800 to $2,000, who and yeah, you will find a fair amount of renter that willing to rent this property for at least 1 year lease or even more. And the future is very, very bright, because you're not going to find property at this price range and this quality with a 5% down and below market value. All right, so that's all I have to say. So for you, that's all. Thank you so much. This is Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Look forward to helping each and every one of you to achieve your dream of financial freedom using this unique, under the radar, top secret military government VA foreclosure. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.